Hello friends, you ready? Anyone watching on Instagram, hit IGTV so you don't have to do that midway through. Take these few minutes, give yourself the gift, right? If you constantly have stuff streaming in, how in the world are you ever supposed to know who you are, what you want, what your higher purpose is, any of those things? Find a nice, tall spine. Close the eyes. And today I want you to imagine that you are two separate selves, your right and your left side. And it doesn't matter which one you choose, but one of those sides, that's this part of yourself that is unstruck, unharmed. Your most authentic self that has not been hurt by society or your parents or anything else. Strong, confident, draws boundaries, knows what they would like, can voice their opinion from a place of love and abundance. Not tainted by fear or harm. And the other part of you, the other half of you, that's that part that's, sometimes we talk about the inner child that has been hurt an awful lot along the way by various people and situations, didn't know how to protect themselves, and often chose ways to self-protect and self-soothe that were great at the time but no longer serve us, and now we're trying to figure out how to let that go. And I want you to imagine that unstruck side, that authentic self side, that every time you inhale, that side is going to go ahead and it's going to take the suffering, the pain, the hurt from that other side, that inner child side. And the beautiful thing in this visualization is that unstruck and unharmed side, they take that suffering, that pain in with every inhale, and they have the ability, that side has the ability, right, to transform that. Transforms that energy into light and love. I like to imagine that it's a golden color. And that's what it breathes back out to the other side, right? So now let's make that into a loop. On the inhales, this dark, heavy, dark smoke or whatever visual you want to give it, right? This hurt, this pain, all comes from the inner child over into our unstruck side. And then when you exhale, that energy has been transformed and the unstruck side breathes that golden energy, that light, that love over into the inner child. And again, it doesn't matter which side you picked for what, but just keep working in that way where every inhale, the unstruck part of us breathes in that dark, heavy suffering and pain. I like to visualize it as dark black smoke. Transforms that energy, and on an exhale, breathes back golden light to the inner child side. And so hopefully within ourselves, maybe we get that sensation, that feeling, that visualization or imagery, whatever you're working with, right? That we can transform all of that pain and suffering that we feel. We love ourselves and we're so compassionate with ourselves that even inside our own being, we can transform that. And choose to, because we love ourselves that much, that deeply. Anyone concerned about, breathing in that pain and that suffering and whether or not that's going to stick with you? Nope, you can transform that. It's your visualization. You can completely transform that energy into good hummus. And by hummus, I mean earth hummus, right? What we do when we compost, and sending that back over. And for just the last few moments, I want you to imagine that above your head there was a golden orb, much like your own personal sun, and that those rays of light, those golden rays of light, came down through the crown of your head, filling up your head, your face, your throat, your neck, your shoulders, through the arms, hands, and fingers, through the torso, all the way down to the belly and the low back and the hips and the legs and the feet and the toes, and even filled up an area around you that's about an arm's distance, in front, behind, and to the sides, all around you, up above you, down below. And you have this, I think of it as a force field that protects me. And nobody gets to come inside that force field with their energy unless I choose to let them. And I often remind myself, choose wisely. I haven't done that for most of my life, but I'm getting much more discerning as a lot of it's my meditation practice, right? The more I listen, the better I understand myself, the more I know where my boundaries are and what are healthy boundaries for me. Bring your hands together in front of your heart, inhale. Exhale, bow your head in, taking just a moment of gratitude that you gave yourself the space and the time. Namaste, friends. I hope you find this practice as helpful as I do, especially in the days where I'm not being kind to myself or compassionate. I find this practice to be quite helpful. I love you, just as you are.